All right, in Vancouver, today we're going to go see Rob Houlding. He's an amazing coach, has a lot of great players. We're going to check out a couple things. One is his new facility. He's actually building out this massive facility. I'm excited to go check it out and see all that he has planned for it, and then check out some lessons, hang out with him, get some good advice, and see what Rob has going on here in Vancouver. Wow, this place is amazing. They have 4 hitting bays downstairs, massive putting green, chipping, bunker. They've got a classroom up here. They've got a huge fitness area back over here. This is going to be an incredible space. We have 2 hitting bays out here next to the putting green. I was telling you they're going to have Foresight, HMT, and then 2 more hitting bays in the back. So 4 hitting bays. That is the building. It's huge. And we're going to head over now to the golf course and watch some lessons.
Motion-based coaching. My idea of how to get what you want without having to think about positions. So the motion here is creating a necessity as I pull back like this with my chest and arms. For my body to decelerate and brace, and it will automatically start to change direction. And I'm keeping the club more in sync with the motion. So here, I call that exercise a fast drawback. If you do it too slow, you don't get the same effect.
The question is that we saw Jasper. He was doing the movement-based exercise. First question is, why do that? Like, why do you have him go through all that?
He's developing coordination, and he's learning how to accelerate and decelerate the body segments. Instead of a technical explanation, it's self-organized learning. When we put the balls super close together, like a 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch apart, it requires him to focus a little more. It requires him to use his proprioception and to not hit the second ball. He only wants to hit the first ball. He knows he's really good at it. And he instinctively will firm up and tighten up the whole system. So he has more control over the club in his arms, his hands. You can't do that drill if you're not stable. So he's figuring that out. That's the way he has to do that to get that kind of a result. It's so easy. Like he literally has to hit the ball off the toe of the club to do that. If he moves an 1/8 of an inch too close to the ball, he's going to wipe out all the balls. generally, is what would happen. How this all started was I have a player who's very, very accomplished and powerful, very powerful player. And when she first came to me, she was 10 years old, but she could hit 235-yard driver at age 10, which was the farthest I'd ever seen. And I asked her what she did previously to have that kind of speed. And she said, well, I did this drill called a machine gun drill. And she showed it to me. And I watched her do it, and I thought, I didn't really think a lot about it at the time. I tried it. I had other people try it. I didn't really understand it. Several years later, I started reading more, learning more about biomechanics, learning more about forces, how they're created, about ground force in particular. And I went back to that and I started to see the relationship between what's happening when you're doing that drill, because it's dynamic. You don't stop. You just keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. And how the brain would have to sort out how to accelerate and decelerate, back and forth, changing up those patterns. When I got average players, like with not particularly nice looking golf swings, to try it, it amazed me how they shortened their own golf swing. They would overswing and have very poor awareness of where the club head was during the swing. Consistently, they are able to organize their degrees of freedom to accomplish this task without having to say anything other than just do this, just try this. And then, okay, that's interesting how that's working. I would prefer not to have to give a person a lot of things to think about during the golf swing. Any teacher would probably agree with that idea. So less is more, but how does that less, how do you give them less and get it to the task? So these types of exercises, I started to experiment with them and create other exercises and move the balls into different patterns and see what happens and how the player would react to it. Anyway, I like it. The kids, as you saw today, they really like it. They have a lot of fun doing it. And now the next step is to be able to do those things faster.
Fun day with Rob today. We are about to wrap. We get to see a number of students, some of his incredible junior golfers. Holy cow. They're good. Gonna go to dinner, have some more good conversation, and yeah, hope you enjoyed this.